Hello there, YouTube. This is Chuck with another fire story. Let me pan around here. There used to be a house right here, and I was on the fire years ago, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about it. It was kind of interesting. So let me turn the camera around so that you can see me. Panning slowly. There we go. I don't know how the light is. Hope the light's okay. But anyway, I used to be the chief of a little fire department not too far from here, and I was actually on the way home one day, so I was actually driving down the road in my fire department car, and we got dispatched to a house fire at this location. Being that I was already mobile on the north side of town, I actually was the first one to arrive. And there was a small house over here that was pretty well fully involved. There comes a car. Let me back around here, let them go by. Anyway, the house is pretty well involved, and spreading to the brush around here, as you can see by the look, there's it's pretty heavy brush in this area. And so I was the first one to arrive, and I was here by myself for about 4 minutes or so before the first engine got here. And we ended up bringing in fire trucks from all across the northern part of the county here because and the Forest Service was here. And but the thing to note here, unfortunately, there was a little gentleman that lived here by himself. And what ended up starting the fire was that he had ground squirrels living under the house in the crawl space. And the house sat pretty low to the ground, so there wasn't a lot of crawl space there. And in the process of trying to get rid of the ground squirrels, he got a couple of these bug bombs that you light, and he threw them under his house. Unfortunately, there was enough debris under there, and they got hot enough they started a fire, and he ended up losing everything that he owned. Fortunately, he got out. He was not injured. I'm sure he's passed away since then. This happened, as I said, probably 14 years ago. But it just shows how fires can happen. On this particular one, I was the incident commander for quite a while. The fire was moving to a house on the other side. Maybe we'll try to walk over there and see if we can, if I can kind of explain it to you. Let me pan the camera on around so I can walk, because you don't need to be looking at me. There's much better things to look at. Once again, there's where the house stood, and you can see where I'm parked here. So I'm going to kind of walk around here and unfortunately, several times a year in all my years as a firefighter, we'd have a fire where some poor soul lose everything that they owned. And so when I pulled into the scene here, the flames were shooting right out into this little street here, and the house right over there to the right. The gentleman came out there and said, "Please don't let my house burn down." So I parked my car right in front of it, and I told him, "I'm not going to let my car burn up, so I won't let your house burn up." And you can see how heavy the brush is here. It can get pretty challenging in the summertime. Walk up this road a little bit and see. If I get up here too far, I'll get too much into the sun. I don't want to do that. But you can look back over that shed has been put in there since then. But that's right there. Right here is where the house used to sit. Once again, we're getting into the sun. So let me back around here and we'll walk back. Now, I'm going to aim it over here somewhere so we don't aim it at the sun. Just another fire story from one of us old fire dogs. There was a gentleman that lived down the street there that came out and took a whole bunch of pictures, and we had like 140 pictures or something of us in various phases of doing this. So anyway, let me spin back around. Another little tidbit of a call that we went on years back. Those of you that know me know I was a firefighter I was in one phase of the fire service, or one phase or another, for over 40 years. I was a responder for over 30 years. So with that, have a good day. Be kind to each other. Be fire safe. And we'll talk to you again soon.